What is good? Welcome to the channel, and today I have to get into the big glaring issue, what is happening to the Pistons and why they are down. I would have never predicted that the Cavs would be up 3-2 heading into game 6, and there is a huge issue. It's Jalen Duren. His biggest issue is his scoring ability. You know, the biggest storyline is that he was averaging almost 20 points per game and 10.5 rebounds per game. You know, and he had 2 assists per game in the regular season. He shot 65% from the field in the regular season, and that was 4th in the league. I'm telling you, there is something going on. He is nervous. The physicality of the playoffs are getting in his head, and this is the main reason why, you know, he got benched. It's plain and simple. He is not playing like he used to in the regular season. He seems scared. The moment seems too big for him right now. And hopefully this is a hard lesson learned for him when he got benched. So for Paul Reed. So by Paul Reed, and you are considered one of the best big men in the regular season, you're trying to get that bag, but you don't want the coaching staff and the staff say, I don't know if you're worth that much, based on your inconfidence in the playoffs when we need you big time. You see Cade Cunningham is absolutely struggling back there. They need a secondary scorer really bad besides Tobias Harris. Look, he had 41 double-doubles and was 6 in rebounds per game. There have been games where he has only had 2 rebounds, 6 rebounds. He needs to get his confidence back and be the big man that he is. In 11 playoff games, he has had a major decline. Like I said, he was averaging 19.5 points per game and a huge decline to 10.2 points per game, 8.5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Dipped from 65% from the field to 44% on the field. Mind you, most of his points are coming from pick and rolls from Cade. So it has been a major decline. Something has happened, and this is one of the bigger reasons if they do not advance to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Knicks. He is a glaring issue, and it may need to be looked at in the future and see how his progress goes. But I really think as his second playoff run that the moment is getting a little too big for him. He hasn't been to this stage before, you know, and he's only averaging 9.9 points per game and 6 rebounds per game. He's going from 10 to 11 rebounds to only 6 rebounds per game. There is something that happened. I get you're playing Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, who are too big, but you cannot be afraid of the moment. You just cannot let this happen. You know, the thing what I think he is struggling with the most is the physicality of the playoffs, the playoff atmosphere. He was playing at home too, so it's not like he was getting booed. There is a confidence issue that is going on with him. You know, Cade is averaging 30 plus. Tobias Harris is averaging 20 plus per game, about 18 to 20 points per game. And, you know, he got benched by Paul Reed. You know, Paul Reed has had 10 points, 8 rebounds, and in game 3 he had 11 points and 10 rebounds, so he's already just doing slightly more than what Jalen Duren, but he has to play physicality. He can't be scared. He has to go in the post with no fear. You are the center for this team for the future for a reason. I think he made an all-star team as well, so it just seems like the pressure is just getting to him mentally, and I'm trying to figure out what is going on because Cade and the Pistons, Tobias Harris, everybody is counting on him, and if you can't get to secure the rebounds, that's just a disaster. It's not a recipe for success. by any means. So I just think he's overthinking everything as he would, normally, in my opinion. What is crazy to me that I saw is that Duren has the second largest points per game decrease in NBA history, second coming to Wilt Chamberlain. But, Wilt was just putting up crazy points. Despite the dropper production, I still think he is a very key role in the Pistons' future. It just could be he's in a slump, but it's the playoffs. You have to show up when it matters, man. You have to show up when it matters. You are letting your team down. I'm not a Pistons fan, but when I see a player progress, a talent that he had in the regular season, out rebounding every single team. There was a reason why he was fourth in the league, and or six. He was sixth in the league in rebounds per game. But despite the this production that he is having, I still think that he will have success in the future. But you have a star point guard. You got to take advantage. You do not want to get traded. So the thing is, they need a secondary score, in my personal opinion, to get over the hump, because I think they have all the key pieces with the role players. Tobias Harris is doing his thing. He is one of the bright spots. He is a 20 points per game scorer, and he also is averaging a steal and a half in the playoff in this Cavs series as well. The perfect fit for this team, a secondary score, they need to go get Kawhi Leonard. I think Kawhi Leonard, he brings that defensive mentality that, back in the day, the bad boy Pistons, they were known for their defensive guards and wings. So look, the thing is, Duren's defense will always be there. If you have Cade, who's a respectable defender, you got Asar Thompson, who is your lockdown defender, and you have Kawhi Leonard on the wing to guard as well, who is an excellent shot maker, who is going to give you easily 15 to 20 points per game, which is filling the offensive void, because it seems like right now in the playoffs, Cade is the whole offense, and he's trying to bring everything on himself, which is very, tough for Cade in these moments. They were so close to winning this game, but so close doesn't get you the win. So I think Kawhi Leonard would be the ultimate best fit for them, but I don't see LA really letting him lead the Clippers. The one thing I will just have to say, Duren has to get his confidence back. He has to. If he doesn't get his confidence back in Game 6, this series is a wrap. I mean, you have to play him. He has been your star center all year long to get the rebounds, a 20 points per game scorer. So we just have to see, what version of Duren comes in Game 6. I do think he is going to start. I think this will be a hard lesson learned for him. So the thing is, he's just playing in his head, and he's really relying on his instincts, which is leading to lack of confidence. And if you see on many plays, his passing ability, he's throwing way more turnovers. So the big issue is that the confidence seems like he's overthinking everything than just playing freely, if that makes sense. But the thing is, his defensive presence will always be there. He will always be a good rim protector. But I just don't see this decline coming that badly. And I really think he will come stronger next game. And I think this will be a hard lesson learned for him. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think that Duren is just in his head mentally, or do you think there's a bigger issue going on? But I really think it's his confidence. It's just declining really badly. But he just got to get his confidence back. And if he does, the Pistons have a very good chance of, coming back in this series if Duren comes back healthy and confident like his old self, like he was in the playoffs. But this is where it matters. You got to the postseason and you have to make it count now. You cannot have lack of confidence now. Cade needs help, and I think in the offseason, Kawhi Leonard would be a masterful fit for the Detroit Pistons. So let me know what you guys think about Duren, and I actually think this is crazy. But peace out, fellas. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I appreciate you guys watching, man. Let's go.